Welcome to the Guitar Jet YouTube channel. I'm your chief guitar instructor, Miles, and today I'm going to be answering and diving deep into the question, what are power chords on the guitar? We'll talk about the theory behind the construction of power chords, and I'll show you how to play power chords. And if you like guitar content about guitar theory and techniques and riffs, then subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive right into the lesson. A power chord is the bread and butter for rock and metal guitar players who are playing rhythm. And a power chord is simply a root note and a fifth interval. For example, the E power chord in the open position would be open E, and then the second fret of the A string. That'd give you the E note and the B note, and you play those together, and you get an open E power chord. And that's the first way you can play a power chord, is with the root note and the fifth. The most popular power chord shape is with the index finger and ring fingers. And so if you play an E power chord at fret 7 of the A string, you'll play 7 of A with your first finger, and then 9 of the D string with your ring finger. Then the second way you could play a power chord is with the octave, and you play the octave with your pinky on the 9th fret of the G string. So the octave will always sit right underneath your ring finger. So in this case, you have A on fret 7, then you have fret 9 of D, and fret 9 of the G string. And that's the power chord shape with an octave included. And you can also play an inverted power chord shape, which is where you take the you take the fifth and you bring it down one octave. So in this case, we have our fifth B at fret 9 of the D string, and then you take that down one octave to the 7th fret of low E, and that will give you the inverted E power chord. And I play that with a bar, so you'd bar the 7th fret of the E and A strings, and then use your ring finger to hit the 9th fret of the D string. And then you'll be playing an inverted E power chord. And the last way you can play a power chord is you could play a power chord with the octave on like the D string. And so the way you'd play that is, let's use a G power chord, for example. So that'll be at your 5th fret of the D string, 7th fret of the G string, and 8th fret B. And that's another popular way to play a power chord. And just due to the weird relationship, the interval change from the G string to the B string, your pinky moves up one extra fret when it moves up one octave. And that is a lesson in octave theory, which is a lesson for another time. But you can move all your power chord shapes anywhere you want around the fretboard, whether it's inverted or regular or with an octave or played on the D, G, and B strings. Try moving them around and see what types of sounds you can get. And anyways, if you have any questions about power chords, let me know in the comments section below, and you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching.